2-0 heading into New England to take on Cam and the Patriots. Jon Gruden nicknamed Cam Slam Newton ahead of the game and also said he is more like a power forward playing quarterback. Though through 2 games, Cam does already have 4 rushing touchdowns. So Shannon, who wins this one?
I think it's going to be a close ball game. The Patriots have played well. I think by most people's estimations, the Patriots have looked better than what people thought they would look.
Agreed.
I don't know if people thought they would be. I think they thought they would beat Miami. It'd be a toss-up, not play as well, not look as good as they did against Seattle. But I thought Cam has run the ball well. I thought he's thrown the ball well. I'm surprised by their defense and how poorly their defense has played, especially last week. But let's not take anything from Russ. Russ has been playing out of his mind the first 2 weeks of the season. I think as long as Cam stays healthy, this bodes well for New England moving forward. He's getting a lot out of the wide receiver position, although, Skip, we don't look at the Patriots group and say, man, that's one of the more talented groups.
Nope.
But Cam has cashed it in. Julian Edelman has played well. Damiere Byrd has come in and played well. N'Keal Harry has played well. You know, obviously James White's going to do what he does in the passing game. Burkhead's running the ball. The Patriots are going to have to play better on defense, though, because the Raiders are better than I thought. I don't know what anybody else thought, but the Raiders are better than what we thought. Josh Jacobs can run the football. Jalen Richard, the tight end, I forget his name. Darren Waller. He's a handful, Skip.
He is.
He's to be dealt with.
Yep.
They got decent, Hunter Renfrow, they got decent receivers on the outside.
Yep.
Their offensive line is really, really good. I'm going to say it's going to be a close ball game. I'm going to say Cam wins this ball game 27-24. But they got to be careful. They got to be on high alert.
Yeah, I agree. Here's why they should win this game, and I believe they will. The Raiders are coming off a big game, but it was Monday night at home. You have to travel virtually cross-country, short week. As you remember, this is hard.
Yeah, and they played in the early game. They played in the early window, so it's 10 o'clock
early window. What does Bill Belichick notoriously or famously do best? He takes away your best weapon.
Yep.
So I'm fascinated to see what Darren Waller can do against Belichick's defense. It was leaky at Seattle.
Right.
But listen, New Orleans tried everything.
Right.
Brackets, double, triple.
Right.
They were like all over Darren Waller, and he just kept running away from whatever coverage.
Right.
They
and it's kind of hard to put Gilmore on him, Skip, when you go in a base formation. So how do you get, I mean, because the one thing I like about Gilmore, he will travel. He has frequent flyer miles, and he's willing to get on and travel anywhere, left, right, slot, it doesn't matter.
By the way, Darren Waller really travels because they move him like crazy.
Yes, yes. They're trying to find the perfect matchup. Oh, okay, so it's man, okay. We got a corner, we got a safety, we got a linebacker. Oh, you playing zone, okay, we like this. Yeah, they do a great job.
He goes in motion like crazy.
Yes.
And he's flying across the formation and then flying upfield.
Yeah.
And it's hard to corral that. It's hard to continue to double that because he will outrun your double.
Right.
Okay. So I'm fascinated to see if they could hold him under. He caught 12 balls for 105 yards against New Orleans.
Right.
And they're pretty good on defense. Their secondary is very good, and they're well coached. And I was shocked by how he had his way. 16 targets, 12 catches, 1 touchdown. Okay, so if they take him somewhat away, if they can hold him to 5 or 6 catches for 50, 60 yards, well, then it comes down to those 2 kids that they drafted, Ruggs and Brian Edwards, and they both look really good to me.
They really did.
Both have... They have athletic sort of explosiveness. Both ways. He can fly. And Brian Edwards, I thought they stole him because he looks like an athlete to me.
Yes.
So they're going to have to rise and shine. Josh Jacobs is going to have another big day. I just feel like Belichick, especially on their short week, will be able to hold them down to a low roar. And I just think it's going to be even lower scoring than you think.
Okay.
I got 22-20 Patriots. I think the Patriots look down their schedule. I think Cam does, and he knows they're 1-1. And again, they had a moral victory at Seattle. Felt like they won the game.
Right.
They should have won the game. They were in position to win it, but they didn't. They had better win this game because now it turns wintertime in the schedule because it gets rough after this. Remember, they have to go to Kansas City the next week.
Wow.
They get 1 gimme again back home out of this same division. They get Denver. your Broncos, and they're just beat all to hell.
we hurt right now.
And then guess what happens? It goes San Francisco at Buffalo. Don't sleep on the Bills. Then at Jets, which is never easy for them. Then they got Baltimore at Texans, Arizona, which is getting hotter by the throw. Then both the LA teams back-to-back on the road, Chargers and Rams, no gimmies.
Right.
And then at Miami, you saw what Miami did, albeit just to Jacksonville, but Fitzmagic still got a little magic left.
Yeah,
right?
he running all over the place. San Francisco's ailing too. They got a lot of injuries going on. So
got it.
But you're right. This is a game they need to win. But here the question is, Skip, as well as Derek Carr has played the first 2 weeks, can he continue this? Because we've seen him play well for stretches, and then he reverts back and is like, see, this is why Coach Gruden doesn't have any confidence in him, because the consistency that he needs to see in order for you to get to that next level doesn't seem to be there enough for Coach Gruden liking. So it's going to be very interesting because he's played well. He went on the road to Carolina. He played well. He played well at home against New Orleans. Can he go on the road again in an early window and play well? Coach Belichick, normally with the tight end, he likes to bang the tight end. Before the guy rush, he will get a shove on him, especially if he's close to the line. Now, if he's split out in the slot, good luck. Or he's split out wide, good luck with that, or they put him in motion.
I don't think Darren Waller's a tight end. They call him a tight end, but remember, he played wide out at Georgia Tech.
Well, what we call, maybe he's an H-back. They call him defensive, call him Fs, call him flyers, because he's more going to be on the move. He's more of a pass catcher than a blocker. But Skip, he's phenomenal. Coach Belichick has his hand full. But if anybody can find a way to neutralize what you do well or your best player, it's Coach Belichick.
I agree with that. There's this team over in Buffalo that I told you was my dark horse Super Bowl pick. And they have a home game Sunday against another unbeaten team, the Rams. But Buffalo has a shot to get to 3-0.
Right.
Well, you can't falter here.
No.
That's why I look at, if you're going to have the year you think New England's going to have, you have to win this Raider game.
Right.
It's like a springboard game into your schedule.
But, you know, of all those games, there are a lot of games that you mentioned, Skip. There are going to be some teams in there that you're going to like, I did not expect New England to beat. New England's going to surprise some people because I believe they'll get better. Cam will get better. They will get better. They're going to have to show up the defense. That's what's surprising to me, Skip. I thought they did a good job against Miami. Miami is better than we thought because we saw the number they did in week 2, and then we saw what they did last week. So for me, Skip, I think they're going to be. I think the Patriots are going to be okay. I think they're going to be okay.
I think they're going to be 8-8. And I think they're going to lose to the Buffalo Bills.
I think I'm going to win my cases of due off of you because they're going to have a better record. And I get ties, too. So if they have the same record, I win that, too.
We have 5 cases of diet due bet on Tampa Bay having a better record than Belichick.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I really like my chances.
I like my chances, but I just want you to know I get ties. So if they end with the same record, I get ties. If both teams ties and win, come on, Skip, I got to get really. I mean, I'm taking it. You told me Julian Edelman was a beat-up shell of himself. Little old Demir Bird. They got little Demir Bird. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you're like, Coach Belichick has lost his fastball. So give it. At least give me that.
So you want a tie because you're the only guy on this show who wears a tie? Is that right?
This is a nice little tie.
Yeah, well, it's okay.
There you go.
It's a little conservative, but it's okay. It's all right.
I mean, it's okay. You know, Goats was conservative today.
All right, guys, we are moving on to the Eagles, who are